Hey, it's Wednesday, a great day for encouragement. I'm here to give you some. So let's go. Let's go with it. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? What up? What up? It is Wednesday, another great day here in the beautiful state of South Carolina, and I am your host, Comet Chat, and I'm here with another word of the day, another quote of the day, another scripture of the day. But before we get into all that, you know what I always do. You know what that is? Let me see. I ask you something, and I think I ask you to subscribe. Yes, that's right. Subscribe, baby. If this is your first time ever seeing my channel, I need you to subscribe. I need you to hit that notification bell because I don't want you to miss any material that I upload in the future. Also, give me that thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up is a like. Also, leave me a comment. Any of your comments that you leave, I read and I respond back to you. Last but not least, I need you to watch my entire video from start to the finish, from the beginning to the end. That's what I need you to do because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. I've already explained to you why, but just know that it helps a brother out and I need your help. Now, today, as you can see right here, boom, the word of the day is simplicity. Simplicity. Simplicity is so simple and full of simplicity. Yes, simplicity. That is the word of the day. And of course, you know, as always, any word that I have, I also give you a definition of that word. And here it is. Simplicity, the quality or condition of being easy to understand or do. Let me say that one more time. The quality or condition of being easy to understand or do. The scripture to go with simplicity is, it comes from the book of Psalms, the 119th verse, no, the 119th chapter, the 130th verse. And it says, the unfolding of your words gives light. It imparts understanding to the simple. Let me say that one more time. The unfolding of your words give light. It imparts understanding to the simple. And I'm just going to break down and kind of show you what the keynotes are for that particular scripture that I want to put. I thought it was very important. And pretty much the keynotes to the scripture, to kind of break it down even more, is if you read the Bible gives you light, and the more light you obey, the more light that is given. The simplicity that is found in the Bible imparts understanding even to the simple. The gospel is simple, and the simple is marvelous, or to say it this way, the message of Christ is marvelously simple and simply marvelous. Wow. And of course, the quote of the day is, life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. That is so true. Sometimes things that can, you ever heard that saying, making a mountain to a molehill? That's basically what this is saying. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated, or at least sometimes we definitely insist on making things harder than they have to be. Now, my thoughts on this. Life, I believe, can be really simple, but desire, ambition, and jealousy are tools that the enemy uses to cause doubt and make things harder. Let me see that first paragraph one more time. Life, I believe, comment chat, good old Danny, believes can be really simple, but desire, ambition, and jealousy are tools that the enemy, good old Satan, uses to cause doubt and make things harder. He uses these tools to make the water that we call life murky and churn. You ever try to look through murky water and water is churning? You can't see nothing. You can't see nothing but the dirt and silt. No clear vision of what's going on. But patience and faith are the tools that God lets us borrow whenever we ask Him to wait for the water to settle and know beyond a shadow of a doubt that that once the water will stop churning, we will then be able to see clearly what dangers may or may not be in the water. That's powerful. I love that. I'm going to say that one more time. Patience and faith are the tools that God lets us borrow whenever we ask Him to wait for the water to settle and know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the water will stop churning and we will then be able to clearly see what dangers may or may not be in the water. Just because something it's simple doesn't mean it's easy to do. And let me give you an example. Oh, really? Let me give you this example. I'm a diabetic, and the rules are simple. Stay away from sweets and carbs, and my blood sugar will stay at a favorable level. In addition to that, if I exercise and drink plenty of water, that will help even more. The hard part is that the simple rules I just said, but the hard part is that I live in the South, South Carolina. Good old KFC, fried chicken, good old rice and butter beans and macaroni and all that good stuff. And what I'm about to say now, I love chocolate cake. Oh, I love chocolate cake, my favorite cake of all time. I love honey buns. I love eating candy. I love ice cream. My favorite ice cream is something called, well, it's two. One is a key lime pie ice cream, and the other one is um, mocha. It's like a chocolate mocha. It's like a um, mocha crunch. As this particular ice cream parlor, it is delicious. I'm telling you, I could eat gallons of that. But anyway, the hard part is that I live in the South and I love chocolate cake, honey buns, candy, ice cream, and all other kinds of stuff that I shouldn't eat being a diabetic. I hate to exercise, but now, that's back then, but now I exercise just about every day, every other day at least. I try to get something in, walking, riding my bike. And before I stopped drinking sodas, root beer, whew, root beer was my favorite. It's delicious. But I cut out drinking all sodas. So I no longer drink sodas. But man, when I was drinking sodas, root beer was definitely my favorite. And it was delicious. Can you see my problem? Simple rules about being a diabetic, what you can and can't do. But then the problem is I live down here in the South where all this good home cooked southern, it's crazy. But anyway, simple is nice and usually a good option, but it isn't always easy. Let's strive to make work, life, and our belief in God simpler. That's what we're going to do. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. There's an acronym that I use, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. A lot of times you use the acronym in different aspects of your life. It will undercomplicate, if that's even a word, undercomplicate things. But a lot of times human beings like to overcomplicate stuff. We like to create mountains out of molehills. Take something very simple and then just add gas to it, add lighter fluid to it, add lighter wood to it, anything that's combustible and make it the fire hotter, we like to add to it. Drama. And it's just once that starts, that's all that stuff starts adding up and building oxygen and all that kind of stuff, it blows up, and then something that was very simple has become very problematic. And it is very, very easy to get into trouble, but very, very hard to get out. It's simple to get in trouble. Do something stupid and get in trouble. But trying to jump through those hoops, trying to get a lawyer, trying to go to the judge, court costs, all kind of stuff, community service, it's hard to get out of it. And then it's going to be on your record. You got to keep your nose clean for 3 years so it can be expunged, all kind of crazy stuff. It's very, very hard to get out of trouble, but very, very simple and easy to get into trouble. People have to realize that. We have to make sure we convey to our children, our loved ones, look, life can be simple, but some of the choices that you make it very, very hard. Very simple. You should go to school, do your best, get good grades, then get scholarships, go to college, try to educate yourself as best you can, stay out of trouble, get a job, have a family. That's simple. But sometimes life throws us curves that we don't foresee. But a lot of times it's the choices that we make, it's the decisions that we make that makes life so difficult. Something that can be very simple, we can over, over, over exaggerate stuff and just create stuff that makes life like, why did you do that? Why are you making this such a big deal when it's not a big deal? A lot of times it's keeping stuff simple. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to make things hard. You don't have to reinvent everything. Sometimes you can take a good idea, just take it, replicate it, and just go with it. You ain't got to try to create all this kind of stuff. The wheel is perfect. I don't know how long the wheel has been in existence, but it's perfect. You might make better treads or better things to go through mud, better things to go through water, better things to do this and that. But essentially, the wheel is the same thing. It's circular and it goes around. When the rubber touches the road, it makes the car go smoother, the vehicle goes smoother. It ain't nothing that you got to recreate. Now, you can put different treads on there, and of course, different thickness and different whatever to make the car go faster, make it handle a different way. Yeah, you can make improvements on it, but just to break it down and reinvent it from scratch, no, makes no sense. It's simple. A wheel is simple. Put 4 on a vehicle, 3 on a vehicle, sometimes 2 on a vehicle, 1 if it's a unicycle, and you're gonna go smooth. You try to make things square, or triangle, or rectangular, or hexagonal, or whatever shape you want to try, it ain't gonna go as smooth. It's not gonna be simple as that circle. It's gonna make it more difficult, more trickier, and there's no need to do it. When I make things harder than they have to be, when simple is so much easier to do. Now, sometimes simplicity has to become a little bit more complex, but sometimes there's a simple and easy way to make it complex. Not so you got to go out there and try and reinvent and pull out the stars and be like, oh, yeah, I got to do this, this. No. If someone has already made something simple for you or show you a simple way, why do you have to go and make something totally crazy, something that makes you scratch your head and be like, why did I do that? Why did he have to do that when this way was so much simpler, so much easier? So simplicity is bliss in some things. There's a saying, ignorance is bliss, but sometimes simplicity is bliss too. There's no need to make things harder than they have to be. I am a proponent, a champion, a believer in working smarter, not harder. That is my mantra. I want to work smarter, not harder. I want to make things simple. You make things simple, then usually the mission gets accomplished. When you start trying to make stuff so hard and diverse and so complex to try to show off your intelligence or your level of knowledge, that kind of stuff, sometimes you mess it up because you ever heard the saying, dumb it down? Yeah, dumb it down so everybody can understand. Yeah, you might be the smartest person in the room, but if no one understands you, then you're not going to get anything across. If you dumb it down so everybody can understand clearly, precisely, and decisively, then that's what's going to make the mission get accomplished, and that's going to make you look like a superstar. So you don't have to come, you can be the smartest person in the room, smartest woman, smartest man, smartest child, whatever the scenario is. You can be the smartest person, but if nobody else in the room understands what you're saying or can get the message that you're trying to convey, you're not going to be successful. So just remember, sometimes you just got to dumb it down. Keep it simple, stupid, and be simple. Simplistic. Simplicity. See how it rolls off the tongue? Simplicity. Simplistic. Simple. That's where we have to be sometimes. Sometimes it's got to be simple in life. Well, that's my 2 cents on the word simplicity. And of course, if you're coming in late, I'm going to give you the definition one more time before we get out of here, and that is the quality of condition or being easy to understand or do. The quality or condition of being easy to understand or do. The scripture for the day is the unfolding of your words gives light. It imparts understanding to the simple. Again, that comes from the book of Psalms, the 119th chapter, the 130th verse, and it says the unfolding of your words gives light. It imparts understanding to the simple. And of course, the quote of the day is, life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Sometimes we want to make life more complicated than it has to be, and that is crazy to me. So, again, my 2 cents on the word of the day, which is simplicity. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave a comment because I read all your comments. I respond back to it. And please watch this video in its entirety from start to finish. Tomorrow I'll be back like I always do. Same bat time, same bat channel. You have a safe day. You take it easy. Please be blessed. And as always, peace.